I literally went bonkers buying books left, right, and center, and now I don't know where to put them all. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Trishita Reads. I am Trishita, and in today's video, I will be showing you all of the books that I got during my birthday. All of the books present in this haul are collected from two literature festivals that I attended in the month of January. Then we have books from International Kolkata Book Fair, and then we have books that my friends gifted to me, and then at last there are few books that I got for myself during my birthday. As you all can see, there are a lot of books. So without any further ado, let's start with this haul. Guys, I literally don't know where to put all of these books because my bookshelf is completely full and my side table is completely full and my TBR cart is completely full and even the top of my bookshelf is completely full, as you can see. So I don't know where I am going to put all of these books.
I am literally clueless right now.
But I am so grateful to have each and every book that I will be showing you now. So let's go. At first, I'm thinking of opening these two piles of packages and then I will be shifting to these piles which are not packed. Coming up first, we have this package that I got from Volkswagen today only, and I am very excited to read this book. I know what is inside of this package. So let's open and show you what book I'm talking about. We have Spiral by Bal Khabra, which is the sequel of Collide. Collide is one of my favorite romances. This book is a sports romance. The guy is a hockey player and the girl is a ballerina. These two people end up fake dating and obviously feelings start getting involved. Keeping in mind that I really loved reading Collide and I really love Bal Khabra's writing, this is one of my most anticipated releases of 2025 and I am so happy that I was able to grab my hands on this. Plus, on Volkswagen, the discount was amazing. I got this book for 300 something, which is very cheap, keeping in mind that on Amazon it is for 400 something. I literally saved around 100 rupees, which is really nice. And with that happy note, let's move on to the next book. Okay, I got this from Kawaii Bookstore. It is an Instagram bookstore that sells not only new but pre-loved books as well. Plus, the discounts are really amazing. So let's see what book I have in here. We have a very interesting book that I have been seeing all over the internet now, and the book's name is As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zolfa Katu. I sincerely hope that I pronounced it a little bit right because the name is a little bit complicated. Please don't mind. But I have been seeing this book on the internet so many times. And when I went to the book club meet for Friday, somebody was already reading it. And that person said that she is really loving the book. The story of this book revolves around Salama. Her brother and her best friend's love marriage is really her inspiration in life. But unfortunately, her brother passes away. The only family she is left with is Laila, that is her best friend, and her unborn baby. Salama is also a doctor trying to help the people in need. So, this is Salama's journey in life, where she is not only dealing with emotions such as grief and struggles when she is seeing the patients, but she is also navigating her journey to find love as well. Quite complicated and complex, but this is a very beautiful book, and I am really excited to read it. Coming up next, we have another book from the same bookstore. Let's open this. Okay, we have a cute pack of stickers, a thank you card, and a very beautiful bookmark. And the book that I got is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Because, guys, I couldn't resist. I read only one book by Sally Rooney before, and it was a mid read for me. However, the way people were reading this book and reading about it, I simply couldn't stop myself from getting this book. So I got it. This book is the story of two grieving brothers and the people they love, where they go on a journey of desire, despair, and a possibility of change to find out how much more life might hold inside itself without breaking. Very interesting, and I think this book is going to be very deep, thought provoking, and I definitely will take time to read this book. Very happy with the purchase, but a little bit intimidated by the complex writing of Sally Rooney as well. I'm super excited to read it. I don't know when, but I will, trust me. Coming up next, we have a package from Amazon, and Let's see, what is it? What is it? Oh, it is Once Upon a Curfew by Shrishti Chaudhary. This is a book that has been gifted by one of my Bookstagram friends. I'm really, really grateful to have people like them in my life. The premise of this book is in 1974, Indu is the main female character and she has inherited her grandmother's apartment and wants to turn it into a library for women. Interesting. And she is engaged as well to Rajat, who is living in London right now, as he is studying for management. But then she meets Rana, a young lawyer. He helps her set up the library, and their days light up with playful banter and the many Rajesh Khanna movies they watch together. But the emergency is suddenly declared, and Rana gets in trouble. While Rajat decides it's time to bring Indu to London and settle down, as things worsen, Indu must decide not only whom but also what kind of life she will choose. Not only this book is giving a historical fiction vibe, but this book is also a romance novel, a very different kind of Indian novel that I will be reading. And this will definitely be a very different Desi romance. Plus, a love triangle is there. Plus, the political environment during that time is very, very, very troublesome. So I'm very excited to read that segment as well. Thinking of picking this book up super soon. Then we have another package from Amazon, and the book I got is Mad Woman by Chelsea Beaker. I have been seeing this book all over Amazon because, yes, in my free time, I keep on scrolling book section. I'm a very, very, very boring person, you guys. Clove has spent years building the perfect life. It's about to come crashing down. Brave, hilarious, and full of surprising twists, Mad Woman is a story of violence, recovery, and Clove's refusal to be defined by her worst experiences. Okay, I have bought a lot of books centering women, and I am very happy about it. Now, moving to another package from Amazon. Okay, this is, I think, another gift. Oh, we have Shrimanti's gift. Thank you, first of all, Shrimanti, for sending me this book. We have Family of Liars by E. Lockhart. I have been eyeing this book for a very long time, and I added this book in my wish list. And Shrimanti was kind enough to gift me this book during my birthday. Very thankful for this. I feel so happy when friends and family gift me books because that is the ultimate form of love they can show me. Welcome to the Sinclair family. We do not crumble even when our loved ones betray us. We do not falter even when we lose one of our own. We do not break even when there's blood on the sand. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that we were always liars. Discover how our story ends. But is this book a sequel to We Were Liars? Oh my, I have no clue because I have not read We Were Liars. I just added this book to my TBR because I thought of getting We Were Liars from a secondhand bookstore, and then I couldn't get it because the book was already sold out. I will go check on Google, and then if it is a sequel to We Were Liars, then I'll get We Were Liars from Amazon. But I'm so thankful. I'm so happy that at least one thriller is added to my TBR. Because in recent times, I have been literally buying fantasies and romances majority of the times. The next book is from a second-hand bookstore, I guess. Yes, it is from Door to Door Bookstore, which is another Instagram bookstore. So if you guys want, I'll add the link in the description. You can go and check it out. From there, I got Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I have been eyeing to read this novella. If you don't know, Powerful is a follow-up novella of the famous Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. Two of the books have already been out, Powerless and Reckless, and the final book, Fearless, is going to come out, I guess, in April of this year. I am literally shit scared to read this book, but I really want to because I loved reading about Adina. I have literally bawled my eyes out crying for Adina when I was reading Powerless and Reckless, and this story is about her, okay? This is her life story, and I know that it is going to be very heartbreaking because I know what happened in Powerless and Reckless, and I don't know if I'm ready for it, but since she is one of my favorite characters, I definitely want to read this book. I am literally getting emotional right now thinking of what happened to Adina, but I just want to do justice to her. I do want to read her story. That's why I got the book. Up next, we have another package from Amazon that was literally going to fall, okay? What is in there? Oh, we have What Are You Looking For is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. This is a Japanese translated fiction, and I am very, very, very excited to read this book because my fellow friends have told me that this book is super sweet, very cozy, giving that warm vibe that I got in Days at Morizaki Bookshop. And since this book is also about books, I am very excited about that. Plus, somehow a cat is there in the cover, which is super cute. Library, am I allowed to borrow books? What Are You Looking For is in the Library is about magic of libraries and the discovery of connection. This inspirational tale shows how by listening to our hearts, seizing opportunity and reaching out, we too can fulfill our lifelong dreams. Which book will you recommend? Oh wow, we have such cute illustrations as well. I did not know that. Why don't we have good libraries in Bengal, by the way? I gifted this book to myself and I'm very happy with this purchase. Up next, we have another parcel from Amazon. This time I went all out buying from Amazon because the other websites were not having any sales. So I stuck with Amazon and fortunately I got all of the original books, which is always appreciated. Up next, we have The Healing Session of Pottery, which is a Korean translated novel by Yeon So-min. It is translated by Claire Richards. Here is the book. Look how beautiful, vibrant, plus cozy the cover of this book is. Plus, it is a hardcover again, so yay for that. This is a story of new friends and old practices of finding community and of what happens when you finally slow down in this fast paced world. Very interesting. I am simply hoping to have a very cozy time with this book. This is again another book that I gifted myself. Plus, somehow I am matching with the cover of this book. Look at my beautiful name paint given by my boyfriend. Yay! This is one color that I have never tried on, and he was like, "Yes, take this. Your hands will look good in this." And I went for it. Oh. Okay, coming up next, we have a very huge package from Amazon. Like, look at the size of this, guys. We have a book by an author that I recently found and I fell in love with her work and I am definitely going to buy anything that this author writes. I am talking about Bia Fitzgerald. I read Girl Goddess Queen by her, which was an absolutely amazing book. And now I have got The End Crowns All by her. Just look at the very beautiful cover and look at that sprayed edge. Love caused this war. Ooh. This is a sprayed edge, and look at that. Oh my god. This is the first time I got a book that has sprayed edges where something is written, which is super cool, by the way. How do you change your future when following your heart means defying the gods themselves? This is a Greek myth retelling, and the two main characters in this book are Cassandra and Helen. So I think that this will be a sapphic romance. This will be a very fresh take where I will be getting to know the characters for the very first time. Plus, since I trust Bia Fitzgerald's writing, I know that she's gonna do all of the justice to the characters, and because of that, I'm very excited to read this book. Up next, we have a very, very famous book, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I have been eyeing this book for a very long time, and when I saw a YouTube video where the creator has literally rounded up all of the best book recommendations of 2024 done by all of the YouTubers around the world. This book was at top. Okay, so I literally went to Amazon, added this book to my cart, and I just checked out. I could not resist, you guys. I am very excited to read Abby Jimenez, and this is not the only Abby Jimenez book I got. There are other Abby Jimenez books that I will show you super soon, so stay tuned. Don't quit the video. To find their soulmates, all they need is 4 dates, a kiss, and a breakup. And I also saw a post where Abby Jimenez is coming out with a new book. So if I like this book and if I like the other two, then I will definitely go and order that book as well. I have heard literally every single person raving about Abby Jimenez, especially people who don't like reading romances. So that's a very, very, very positive signal about her writing. And I am definitely expecting something beyond the romance in this book. Now we are down to the last two packages from Amazon and let's see what they are. Let's open this huge parcel first, which is in a very bad condition. Let's start this with another Abby Jimenez book that is yours truly. And this book is about terrible first impressions, hilarious second chances, and the joy in finding the perfect match. I have made a goal in life for 2025, and that is reading Abby Jimenez books. Hence, I got three of her books. Okay. Next up, we have another Japanese translated book. The book's name is The Restaurant of Lost Recipes by Hisashi Kashiwai. Look how cozy the cover of this book is. Tucked away down a Kyoto back street, the extraordinary Kamogawa diner serves more than just mouth-watering feasts. Okay, is this a sequel to the Kamogawa Food Detectives? I think this is a sequel. Interesting. Okay, now I'm more excited to read this book. Very good and very heartfelt recommendation from my side. Please go and read Kamogawa Food Detectives. I will read this book and let you guys know whether this book is worth the hype or not. But keeping in mind that I really loved reading that book, I am having high expectations from this one as well. Okay, up next we have A book that has always been in my TBR after I bought Binding 13, and the book's name is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Because I know that people love this series, and I have been dying to read Binding 13 and Keeping 13. And since the books cost a lot, like a lot, okay, a lot, 500 each, and this is a series, okay, I will be broke as hell if I go and buy all of these books together. Okay, so that's the reason why I keep on saving a little bit. And then I go and buy the book. And this book was gifted by a friend of mine. She is so sweet. Thank you so much for this. Falling in love was the easy part. What comes next is the test. Meet the irresistible boys of Tommen and feel the emotional power of first love like never before in the epic series from the TikTok sensation Chloe Walsh. I need to save some money to buy Saving Six and Redeeming Six. Up next, we have another book that is centered around books. Somehow, the title of the book is literally not in my book by Katie Holt, and I really love the illustration of this book. Very cute, very funky, and books in the background literally made me buy this book. I have no clue what the story is about. Okay, Rosie Maxwell is a aspiring romance writer, and on the other hand, Aidan Huntington is a literary fiction writer, and this is a romance between them. Very interesting. They are also going to collaborate and co-write a novel that blends their respective genres. Okay, put their manuscript in progress with the perfect outlet to explore their mutual attraction. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Two rival writers, one epic love story. Nice, nice. I am literally having butterflies in my stomach when I was reading the blurb of the book, so you can guess how excited I am to read the book. Now, moving next to an author that I literally cannot miss, and I want to read all of her books. And the author's name is Ashley Poston. I got The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston because this is the first book that made a buzz on the internet written by Ashley Poston. Even though I saw this book, but I thought of getting the 7 Years Slip because I liked the concept of that book more. And since I was trying Ashley Poston for the very first time, I wanted to go for something safe. And after reading Ashley Poston's books, I am dead sure that I'm going to read everything that is written by her on the planet. So yes, I got The Dead Romantic. Florence Day is a ghostwriter, and she is supposed to be penning smooth-worthy romances for a famous romance author. But she is going through a very bad breakup. And somehow she ends up encountering a ghost and they slowly fall for each other. It will be a little uncomfortable, but I think I can trust on Ashley Poston. I think I can trust on her magical realism element. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit skeptical about the topic of the book, but since this is Ashley Poston, I can put my faith on her. Now we are here with the last package from Amazon. Let's see what this book is. Okay, we have Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I read a few books by Lynn Painter before, and she is a hit or miss author for me. We are walking on thin ice here, but I really wanted to read this book because my friends recommended to read this book, hence I got it. Okay, this is, I guess, another enemies to lovers thing going on where we will be getting bickering and playful banters. The thing with Lynn Painter's books is that the more I go blindly, the more I end up enjoying this book. So I will not be reading the blurb of this book and I will go as blindly as possible. Okay, let's make a few changes here so that I can grab all of the books properly. Now, I think you all can see all of the books here, and let's select this series that I'm very excited to show you guys. Look at the set. Look at that. Yeah, somehow it is in sequence. Okay, thank God. I literally thought that I have embarrassed myself showing the set in a wrong order, but God is in my favor right now. I got the entire, not the entire though, God of Fury is left. I got the first four books in the Legacy of God series by Rina Kent. We have God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath, and God of Ruin. I got all of these four books in the book fair, and these books have been gifted by my brother, which is thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dada, for gifting me this series. And I'm very excited to read Rina Kent's work because people have been raving about her on the internet for a very long time, and I really wanted to read her work. And it is finally time that I give her a chance as well. Up next, we have a gift from a fellow friend of mine. This book is a gift from Deepika. Thank you so much, girl. I love you so much. The book's name is You with a View by Jessica Joyce. 2 weeks on the road, stuck in a car with her high school enemy. It's only 2 weeks. Surely no one can survive that long. But with one car between them and often only one bed, it doesn't take long for things to heat up. Okay, there is forced proximity. There is enemies to lovers. So I am definitely expecting a lot of drama, a lot of bantering, a lot of funny moments, and a lot of heartfelt confessions as well. Then we have another book that I got as a gift from a friend of mine. We have Tender is the Flesh by Agostina Batsevika. I'm so sorry, guys. Feel so stupid right now. Cannot even pronounce her name properly. Okay. Huh? Guys, I don't think that I can even utter anything about the blurb of this book in the video. YouTube will demonetize this video if, oh my god. This book involves eating human. I don't know what to feel about it. This book is very disturbing, but that is the reason why I want to read this book because I added this book on my TBR. Okay, this friend of mine is not at fault. I am. I really want to read things that are a little bit different every single time I pick up a new book. So I am very excited to read the intentions of people in this book because that is really interesting. The psychology that goes behind these kind of people who are so effed up in their minds is very interesting to read. So I am going to do that super soon. This is another book that I got from Book Fair. This book just came out a few months ago. Job Charnock and the Potter's Boy by Madhurima Vidyarthi. Jadu is the main character of this book and he is only 12 years old. The theme of this book is very, very dark. This book talks about the Mughal era where not only the situation was very troublesome, but it also talks about how the main character saw his parents boarding in front of his eyes when he was 12 years old. So the premise of this book starts in a very, very, very dark theme. Books by Neogi don't disappoint. If you are a lover of Indian fictions and translated fictions, then definitely you can check Neogi's books out. I am having huge expectations from this book as well because it is covering some really good themes that I am very excited to read about. Okay, up next we have a book that is again a gift from a friend of mine, and the book's name is My Roommate is a Vampire. Thank you so much, Dia, for gifting me this book. And this book has been on my TBR for a long time now. And I was just waiting to grab this book, but somehow or the other way, I was not going for this book because I was literally buying all of the other romances that were available. I was just waiting for this book. I don't know why, but Dia, I don't know how she managed to get into my head, but she did. And she gifted me this book, and I'm super grateful for that. Cassie Greenberg and Frederick J. Fitzwilliam are the two main characters of this book, and Cassie needs a new place to live and fast, and she gets a new apartment in the neighborhood, which she thinks is a catch. However, her neighbor is a vampire. The premise of this book is super interesting. This whole video stretched for so long that my camera battery literally died, and I went and had my dinner. I read a couple of pages of a book that I'm currently reading, and finally, my camera has come alive again, and I am left with this amount of books, and I really don't want my camera to die again on me, and I really want to sleep today. So let me rush a little bit and show you all of the books that are remaining. These are all of the books that I got during the two literature festivals that happened in January, and all of these books are signed copies. At first, I was so lucky to meet Anand Nilkanthan sir, and I got many Ramayanas, many lessons signed by him that I am currently reading. I am at page number 246 of the book, and I'm almost done with the story. This book is a non-fiction mythology which is based on the different versions of Ramayana, and there are some glimpses of Mahabharata, and how Ramayana and Mahabharata are connected to each other is also present, and I'm really liking this book. Also, let me show you the sign. I really loved meeting him, and I sincerely hope that he comes back to Kolkata again so that I can make him sign other books of mine as well. The next book I got is something that I will be reading this month with my gang of Kolkata bookworms, and this is, yes, a Desi romance, and the book is Match Me If You Can by Swati Hegde. She gave me a bookmark which is signed, and that literally fell off from the book, so I'm sorry for that. A young magazine writer in Mumbai must prove her matchmaking skills and content with growing feelings for a close family friend in this debut novel. And I have heard that people are loving this book. I am very excited to read this book, and I loved meeting the author, and this is what she wrote for me in the book. Next book I got is Hue City by Claire Betita de Guzman. She is a Filipina author. She is now living in Singapore because of her work purposes, and she was a bubble of joy, you guys. So when we went and asked her which book to pick, she suggested this book. This is her latest release. This is a story about the treacherous yet rewarding path to starting over, set in the enigmatic streets of Hue, Singapore, and Manila. Also, I think that this is a woman centric novel again, which is really, really good. She got me two bookmarks, a beautiful postcard that matches with the book. Very cute, very nice. And also, I got my book signed. Next up, I got a book by an author whose book was in my top 24 books of 2024. I am talking about Shantanu Bhattacharya, and his latest book, Divines, is definitely up my priority when it comes to reading books because this book follows three generations of gay men in Calcutta. And not only we see the struggles of a homosexual person in the past, we now see in the current generation how a homosexual person struggles with. The current problems are also there, the past problems are also there, and the way Shantanu Bhattacharya expresses vulnerabilities of characters, expresses the complexities of mental health issues is something that I really, really loved in one small voice by him. And this is the sign, this is the sign. The next book I got, signed by the way, is Sati Savitri by Devdutt Patnaik. I literally screamed when I saw that KLM is bringing Devdutt Patnaik. And yes, I got this book signed. Now, coming to the next book, I am very excited to read this book because it is a science fiction mystery thriller. The book's name is Love Swipe Blackmail by Nitesh Bhushan. Plus, you know why this book is so special to me? Look at the message. Dear Trishita, an absolute pleasure to meet you. Keep rising, keep reading, keep smiling, keep growing, keep spreading joy, luck, love, and laughter. Next up, we have is a book that is based on Indian history, and we are talking about Rebel Sultans by Manu S. Pillai. And this story is about the Deccan from the close of the 13th century to the dawn of the 18th. We have compelling characters like Alauddin Khilji to the ascent of Shivaji, the dramatic rise and fall of Vijayanagar Empire. This is the first time I will be reading a non-fiction historical book, and let me show you the sign. Coming to one of my favorite writers, we have Koral Dasgupta's Tara. She has written the Sati series, and we have four books in this apart from this one. Ahalya, Kunti, Draupadi, and Mandodari. So definitely go and check the books out. They are very cheap on Amazon. This is the sign by the beautiful and the most gorgeous woman, Koral Dasgupta. Now we have two books by two influencers, and I don't know whether I will end up loving those books, but I went and got the books because both of them sound very interesting. One is a thriller by Kanan Gill, Act of Gods, and on the other hand, we have all He Left Me Was a Recipe, Lessons from My Breakups by Shehnaz Treasury. I do expect good writing from Kanan Gill because he is literally a stand-up legend. And on the other hand, we have the OG VJ, Shehnaz. She has explored a lot in life, and I'm very excited to see what her experiences were during her relationships, how she navigated through the troublesome nature of love. Let me show you the signatures very quickly. Okay, this is Kanan Gill's signature. And on the other hand, this is Shahnaz's signature. And this is the best way I could wrap up my haul from the two literature festivals. Now, moving on to the last two piles that we have here. I will check this pile last because we have a few hardcovers here and some special editions. So I'm keeping that for later. But let me just go and grab a few of these so that I can show you guys a little easily and I don't have to go back and forth and back and forth. This is a Bengali novel that I got during book fair, and this book is based on pollution and how we are extorting and extracting things from nature and not giving anything back. The name of the book is Poribesh Khun Kharapi. That means the killing of nature. Plus, yes, I got it signed as well. Up next, we have the Plated Prisoner series by Revan Kennedy. These are four books. These are, yes, fantasies, and I think they are romantasies. We have to check, but I want to go as blindly as possible. I don't know when I'm going to read them, okay, but I am very excited to read them. Okay, it is hard, okay, it is hard. Oh, the story of the next book is a little bit interesting because I got this book for free from Story Crate India when I was ordering two books of a series, and they graciously gifted me this book. The book's name is Lycan's Blood Queen, which is the first book in Randall's duology by Catherine Edward, and she is half Indian, you guys. This is, I think, a romantasy, and Story Crate added a sweet note for me here. War is on the rise, so is love. Very interesting. Up next, I have is a book, a thriller novel that I got from your bookshop, that is an Instagram bookstore, and the book's name is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulal. Every house has a secret, and literally Stephen King has recommended this book. So, guys, I'm not going to read the blurb. I want to go as blindly as possible because it is a thriller. Up next are two books that are gifts from a fellow friend of mine. First is cult classic when it comes to enemies to lovers, and that is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Everybody who loves reading enemies to lovers and even romance novels have heard about this book. And on the other hand, we have this Woven Kingdom by Tare Mafni. I have heard a lot of good things about this series. So this is the first book. This is a fantasy. This is an enemies to lovers romance. Very excited to read them both, and I'm very happy and very thankful for this gift. Up next, we have a book that is based on the stories of actual paranormal investigations in India. And I got this book from Rupa Publications. The book's name is Hauntings, written by Obhluk Dhar with Indian Paranormal Society. If you love horror, this is it. This is it. The choicest and most spine chilling haunted house cases of the Indian Paranormal Society are curated and written in this once in a blue moon tribute to horror. Oh my god. And obviously, this book is dedicated to Gaurav Tiwari. We have 11 chilling stories in this book. The next book I got is from Amazon. I literally got this for 70 or 80 rupees, you guys. The book's name is Dancers of the Dawn by Zulekha A. Afzal, Dancer, Warrior, Executioner. The main female character in this book, Asira, is a part of a desert clan of women who are dancers, but they are queens assassins. And she, I mean the main female character, holds a special power, and that is she is a flame wielder. Feared by all and envied by some, she uses her power to execute enemies of the crown. It's so good to read about badass women who are assassins. This is the last book that I got from Book Fair, and the book's name is Songs of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty. This is an adult fantasy novel. It is so nice to see an Indian writer thriving in the fantasy world. This book literally is giving me Brandon Sanderson vibes. I am just expecting this book to give me that level of satisfaction that we get after reading a Sanderson novel. Plus, look at how beautiful the cover of this book is. Coming up next, we have two books. Did I say that Song of Darkness was the last book that I got from Book Fair? We have two other books. First up, we have Kairos by Jenny Erpembek, and this is the winner of International Booker Prize 2024. This is a Booker Prize winner, you guys. I don't have the brain cells to understand half of this, but this is a romance novel, but it is way beyond romance. I pray to God that I understand something from this book. And this is the first book in a huge series. This is the first book in a Chorus of Dragons series. The book's name is The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons, and this is one book that my boyfriend suggested to me that yes, you should go and read it. And you know why? Because this book has dragons in it. He has not read the book, but this book has dragons, and he loves Game of Thrones. So he was like, yes, you will love this book. And I had to fulfill one of his wish. And if I like it, I'll make my boyfriend buy me the rest of the books in the series because these are expensive, you guys. Now coming up to the most interesting stack of books. My hands cannot reach them properly. And these are my prized possessions, you guys. I'll show this book last. Let me show you the ones that you have already guessed. The whole internet is, oh my baba, literally raving about these books right now. And I simply could not resist myself from getting this series. I am talking about the Fourth Wing series by Rebecca Yarros. And guys, the extent I went to grab these books is literally making me laugh right now. I got Onyx Storm on Amazon. Okay, the book was for $9.99, I guess, and this book has sprayed edges. So when I went and checked the hardcovers of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame on Amazon, I saw that they are not sprayed edged anymore. The publisher literally has removed the editions that have sprayed edges, and then I came across Story Crate India and I got Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and these two books are yes sprayed edged, and I have to literally thank my brother Dada for this. So happy that when the parcels came, I literally cried. My hands were trembling. I'm thinking of reading these three books in one video, making an entire separate vlog for this series. So, should I do it? Should I? Let me know in the comments down below, please, guys, because reading fantasy back to back is a huge commitment that I seriously don't want to commit, but it is very tempting. Now we are finally here. The last book from my haul, and I literally have manifested this book, you guys. I have been eyeing on this book for past 2 years, and I have been eating my boyfriend's mind for the past year to give me this book as a birthday gift. And he gifted me this book this year, and the book I'm talking about is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. And this is the special edition of Count of Monte Cristo. Golden edges. Look at the shine. And this book literally reflects life. The back, oh my god. And this Count of Monte Cristo is my favorite classic of all time. Whenever I'm recommending a classic to someone, I always recommend Count of Monte Cristo, because if you like stories in which the characters come back with a revenge and it literally just destroys the enemies, this is the book for you. The revenge arc in this story is so satisfying. When you feel that okay, this इससे बुरा और क्या ही हो सकता है इस इंसान के साथ, है ना? The main character does something that literally blows your mind, and I literally loved reading this book when I was in school. I have been literally eyeing on this edition of Count of Monte Cristo for so long. I know that the thickness of this book is very intimidating, but guys, I can tell you that every single page of this book is worth it, and I am so happy that Fingerprint releases these kind of special editions that are not very expensive, but they are so beautiful looking. And I think this is the best way in which I can end my book haul. I started recording this video at around 8:39, and it is currently 11:46 p.m., close to midnight. I literally want to just go and sleep now, but thank you so much guys for watching this video. Thank you so much to my friends and my family and my boyfriend for gifting me all of the beautiful books, for making my birthday a little more special. And with that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I promise you guys, I won't be buying any more books in the year 2025 because it is high time. And I will concentrate more on reading, okay? And I'm officially going on a book buying ban for the rest of the year. I hope that you are happy, safe, and sound at home. I hope that you are enjoying your current read, and I hope that you are having a lovely day. If you liked watching this video, then please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel, and comment down below any of the books that you have recently purchased, or if you are excited to read any of the books that I have shown in my haul. I will really love to discuss the books with you guys. Till then, turn those pages, start reading, finish reading all of the books before buying new ones. Bye!